Nothing I dislike more than the politician that sits there and lies to you. And we all just sit there rolling our eyes going, give me a break.
Story here. CNN has caught Gavin Newsom lying on his podcast about some serious policy positions that has pissed off his base. You're going to see this throughout this video. But to understand what's really going on, take a look at this.
So let's talk about the word Latinx. Just 2 weeks ago, here's what he said about it.
By the way, not one person ever in my office has ever used the word Latinx.
So can we finally put that to bed?
Yeah,
we agree?
where did that even
go? No more Latinx,
like,
everybody.
Well, I just didn't even know where it came from. I'm like, what are people talking about?
But there was a person who used Latinx. It was actually a really important person. It was him, right?
Yeah, that's right. And look, these aren't minor shifts. These are progressive issues that Gavin Newsom used to champion until fairly recently. And now he's not just walking away from them. He's sort of acting like they were never legitimate with that clip talking about Latinx in the first place. But let's take Latinx. We did find somebody who used it repeatedly in his office. Let's take a listen to this.
I hope we can really paint a picture in terms of our consciousness of how impactful this has been on the Latinx community. The Latinx and Black communities. You've got politicians that are banning not assault rifles, but the word Latinx. They're not even serious.
And look, Aaron, those aren't the only times that we found that he used it. He also used it a lot on social media. Look at a few of these right here. You see there, that is a lot of use of Latinx by him for somebody who said that nobody in his office ever used that phrase.
Now, this is somewhat enjoyable.
Made a humiliating blunder when speaking.
Somewhat enjoyable.
Made a humiliating blunder when speaking to a reporter from NBC, where he slammed Donald Trump for spreading disinformation after the president-elect criticized Newsom for not ensuring the reservoirs were full to fight the fires. Newsom clapped back, saying all of the reservoirs in Southern California were full, only to be fact-checked by an NBC reporter who told him the Palisades Reservoir was in fact not full, in a humiliating blow to the embattled governor.
I called for him to come out, take a look for himself. We want to do it in the spirit of an open hand, not a closed fist. He's the president-elect. I respect the office. We have a president of the United States that within 36 hours provided a major disaster declaration over a text. We had support from the president of the United States, Joe Biden, with 100% reimbursement, all the resources you could hope for or imagine, constant communication. I'd like to extend that to the president-elect. I don't know what he's referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt in reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full, the state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us. Responding to Donald Trump's insults, we would spend another month. I'm very familiar with them. Every elected official that he disagrees with, very familiar with them.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation, to understand what was happening with that local reservoir that was not a state system reservoir.
Online commentators slammed the governor's lies, with this person saying he lies, gets called out on the lie, realized he can't get away with the lie, retracts. This person agrees, saying, "It amazes me how Gavin Newsom lies so easily with utter impunity and gets caught in real time." This incident is only the latest in a string of embarrassing stuff-ups from Newsom during the Los Angeles fire crisis. The governor was also caught out in a lie, president, but then said he couldn't get service whilst a woman who lost everything pleaded to speak to the president.
No movie, zero tolerance for movie. That's why these guys are out here, and I'm very grateful for them, particularly these critical checkpoints that allow law enforcement to move more mobily and do interior work.
This commentator exposed the hypocrisy, saying Gavin Newsom decriminalised looting under around $1,000. Now he says he's against looting. Typical politician. This commentator agrees, saying classic move, decriminalise it, then act all shocked when it happens. Politicians never fail to play both sides. The constant slip-ups has led many high-profile commentators as well as everyday Americans to call on Newsom's resignation. This commentator slammed Newsom's reaction to the looting, saying, "Illegal immigration is illegal and you proudly welcome illegal aliens to break into our country. No one takes you seriously."
The president When is the last time you spoke with Governor Newsom?
A day ago. Called him up to tell him, got to do a better job. He's doing a bad job.
After President Trump said in the noon hour in the Oval Office that he called him yesterday or the other day, Gavin Newsom tweeted the following. He said, quote, "There was no call, not even a voicemail. Americans should be alarmed that a president deploying Marines on our streets doesn't even know who he's talking to." Well,
pretty hard publicly, but I know you talked privately. Have you spoken in the last couple of days to the president about any of this?
Yeah, we talked for almost 20 minutes, and this issue never came up. I mean, I kept trying to talk about L.A. He wanted to talk about all these other issues. We had a very decent conversation.
When was this?
This was late Friday night, I think about 1:30 plus his time.
After the protests had started here?
After the protests, and he never once brought up the National Guard. He's a stone-cold liar. He said he did. Stone-cold liar.
Got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do.
So he's up there lying, telling this woman she's
for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president
What you talking about?
taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you.
This man's a liar.
Especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
To
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity?
It's all the time because she couldn't afford the rent.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here. Y'all act like you never seen a white person before.
But also, it was also about paying the bills, man. And it was just like hustling.
Oh, wait, no, wait, you're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he?
And so I was out there kind of raising myself.
I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating.
Sitting there with the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of.
Hey, it's like the White Stack 5 story.
Come on. Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady?
Roommates all the time because she couldn't afford the rent.
Will the real Slim